In today's video, we want to just talk a little bit on this third installment of the Lord's Supper, where we talk about how is it that eating and drinking can do such great things, empower bread and wine to be vessels for Christ's very body and blood, where we receive forgiveness and life and salvation. Obviously, it is all the Word of God that can do that. We want to talk a little bit about the daily reminder God gives us of how we should thirst and hunger for something more than what this world can offer, something which is actually found in the Lord's Supper. Much like the need for showering regularly and washing our hands reminds us of the greater need to be truly washed by God in holy baptism, how might the daily need for food and drink remind us of our need for Christ in the Holy Supper? Do you ever think of that? All the times that we eat and drink, that God is teaching us regularly, you need something more to sustain you. Think of Jesus' words again from Matthew 4. Man does not live on bread alone, but on every word of God, or on the very word of God. Well, that word of God does something amazing to bread and wine. All by promise, all for you, for the forgiveness of sins. So, how is it that every day you can think of your need to receive the body and blood of Christ in Holy Communion? How has God so designed you to make you think of that? Blessings on your conversation as I read to you these last words, just from John 6, verse 51. Jesus said, I am the living bread, which came down from heaven. If anyone eats of this bread, he will live forever. And the bread that I shall give is my flesh, which I shall give for the life of the world. Now, with that passage, he's speaking a metaphor. But in the Lord's Supper, he is speaking literally, not figuratively. He is really giving us his body and blood for us to receive and do so by faith. We'll see you in the next video.